Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I thought I would clarify a point because it's come up. Actually, a few different people raised it yesterday as criticism, and it's fair criticism that I think I need to address because I think some people don't really understand the history of it or how this happened, and people are kind of creating a straw man argument there. And that is my stance on BCAAs, or branched chain amino acids, as a supplement. Now, I said a couple years ago that no, I don't really see a need for them. I think they're a waste of money. I don't think for the majority of people that they would be worth spending the money on, the majority of you out there. That particular stance hasn't really changed. My stance did change on them to a small extent based upon talking and looking at data and the anecdotal evidence from a couple of different coaches who work with stuff on this, guys like Alex Viada, guys like Mike Israetel, who are working in athletes in a wide variety of endeavors. And just from the stuff that I've seen that these guys have put out and talked about, I am convinced that there is a possible benefit for certain types of athletes, certain types of competitive athletes who are trying to glean a very small edge. It might be worth spending $30, $40, $50 a month for them on branched chain amino acids. And those are people who are doing very, very large amounts of endurance work, people who are doing large amounts of volume, doing multiple things in a day, like 2 training sessions a day. If you're coming in and doing Bulgarian type training and you're doing max effort work 2 or 3 times a day, 6 days a week, or you're coming in and you are lifting with high intensity for an hour straight, and then you're doing 2 or 3 hours of cardio later in the same day, and you're a competitive athlete. Yeah, people like that taking branched chain amino acids intra workout and between workouts may very well have some benefits. It might give them a 0.5% edge. And for those people who are competitive and they're trying to win, it might be worth it. Yes, it might be worth it. It doesn't mean that all of you, if you're out there and your idea of training is you go lift weights for an hour 4 times a week and do cardio on your off days, no, I'm not recommending them to you. It's probably not worth it to you unless you just had the extra money to toss away and you're hoping it may be, because it might give you an edge, it might give you a small edge, but it probably won't. But if you have the money to spare, okay, fine, but I'm not endorsing it. I'm not telling you to go do that. I don't think the data is there to show that it will help you. I've also said that for people who are vegans on very low protein diets, things like BCAAs, which are a vegan supplement, can give them an advantage in muscle protein synthesis without having to increase their protein, because their protein intake may not be sufficient for ideal muscle protein synthesis, for an ideal anabolic response that this supplement may help them. If you're a vegan running around on 50 or 60 grams of protein a day, it will probably give you a noticeable benefit. That doesn't change my original stance. That is based upon the data and the evidence and the things that I've seen that show that in some cases, yes, there's a clear benefit. But that doesn't mean that I'm endorsing the product for everyone else. It doesn't mean I'm telling you people to go out and buy it. And people need to remember that if they really want me to give all of you the best information that I can possibly give you, I need to be flexible based upon the information that I can get, the data that I can get, the evidence that I can see out there for something being good or bad or effective, that I need to say so. And if I see an exception to a rule that I make, I need to address that exception, because some of you watching might actually be that exception to the rule. And just because there's an exception to the rule doesn't mean that I'm changing the rule for everybody else. So hopefully that clarifies the point on that particular topic, and that ends the discussion. All right, guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.